Uh, hey guys. I'm not even doing the editing on this video, so yeah, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna sound bad, but yeah. So it keeps annoying me because people keep talking about like the Bad Batch and um how Omega ages and like what's her mutation or whatever. Okay, I know I'm pretty confident in this, but I don't really like the show, to be honest. I'm gonna talk about Omega and then I'm gonna talk about my opinion on the show. Alright, so first, her mutation is, well, it's not really a mutation. Well, her mutation technically is that she's a girl. She has the fuck was two X chromosomes instead of an XY, I think, or something like that. I can't remember the formula or whatever. Right, so that's her formula, that her mutation is that she's a girl. That sounds bad, but you know what I'm saying, right? And then, the reason that she was so important and like not just like a normal clone was because she has the exact same DNA as Jango, like Boba, but instead of her being like Boba's kid, I mean no, Jango's daughter like Boba is, because Boba claimed Jango claimed Boba as his son, right? That's what sets him apart as a difference from the clones, right? She, on the other hand, was kind of like a daughter to Nalase. And Nalase kind of like, I don't know, maybe Nalase made her for herself. I don't know why she exists. But yeah. Then, okay, people are talking about how she ages, and I'm pretty sure she ages normally. Because I think Boba was the first clone created. I don't know. And he was created a little bit after episode 1. I don't know, maybe like 10 months, something, I don't know, something like that. And he's 13 by the time of Bad Batch, going on to 14, probably a few months, right? And she's younger than him. She can't be older than him. I think she ages normally. I think she's created a few years after him. Because the clones, I know they age more than 2 times fast. Because if they age 2 times fast, then literally every clone would be 26 by the end of the war. Even the oldest clones would be 26 by the end of the war, which just isn't what they are. There's a lot who look a lot older than that and seem a lot older than that. But I mean, I guess, because of like PTSD and shit like that, and actual veterans, they age a lot quicker, and they look a lot older than they are because of stresses and horrors of war and shit like that. But I mean, maybe, but I think they age something more like 2.5 times our speed, like the speed of a normal person. Not as high as 3, but I'm talking like more like 2.5. Because Rex, when we see him in Rebels, like looks like he's 60 something, but he should be like 30 or around that. And yeah, I don't even think he should be 30, maybe, but yeah. So I'm gonna talk about what my thoughts on the Bad Batch were. I just had to get that out of the way. But I think Omega, yeah, she's 9 to 11, 9, 10, 11, something like that. And Boba at this time is 13. So she's like 2, 3, 4 years younger than her, something like that. And sorry, I'm messing up a lot, so I didn't script this. I just talking from my point of view. And yeah, it's just annoying that people keep getting confused. Yeah, her mutation, she's a girl. She ages normally, I think. She's created after Boba. And the Bad Batch, they age faster, like most clones. And then, yeah, that's it. And she has the same DNA as Jango, and Boba. So yeah. And then, okay, so my thoughts on the Bad Batch were, I kind of didn't really like it. I know there's going to be a season 2, and I'm not really looking forward to it, because, honestly, I was staying up till 3 a.m. here on the East Coast in New York because of that, and, like, everyone else staying up for watch parties with, Star Wars Theory was on those watch parties, and it was kind of bad. The first episode was the best episode, and, usually you expect the other episodes to be, some of them at least to be better than that. And then, like, the finale, like, damn, that was kind of trash. Like, the first half was better than the second half. That's literally like the opposite of what it should be. I mean, it was good. It had its moments. I liked the episode with Cad Bane, and then I liked I guess the first half of the finale, and then yeah, that's it. And I kind of like the episode where Rex was there. You know, that was good. But yeah, it just kind of sucked. What was I gonna say? Okay, so I keep seeing people like, oh, you can't blame. I like Dave Filoni, right? But I feel like everything he does has so much filler. Like especially Rebels, and I love Clone Wars. It's like my favorite show ever, one of them. But it had a lot of filler too. Let's be real. Like realistically, it had a lot of filler. And I mean, same with Mando, kinda. I mean, it was only 8 episodes, and like 3 of them were like, well, not probably like 4 or 5 of them were just crash on a planet, do a mission. You gotta get the whatever, and then you do that. And actually, I might show the video of it while I'm talking after this. But yeah, I saw a meme of Mandalorian. It's kind of true, but I love that show a lot more than Bad Batch. But I feel like, you know, I love Dave Filoni and stuff, and I think he should have made the sequels. But everything he does has so much filler, and it's just so boring. Like, filler doesn't have to be boring to like develop character arc. For character development, like Luke wasn't a boring character, but he develops a lot. Same with like Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a director, so it's hard for me to explain it, but I like him. But everyone kept saying, oh, I think he's working on the live action shows. But Bad Batch was announced well over a year ago, almost 2 years ago. So it was like at least like 6-7 months before they actually started with anything on the live action shows. I mean, they just finished like filming Boba a couple months ago, and they just finished I think they're gonna finish soon with Kenobi, and they finished one of the other shows. I don't give a shit, honestly. And then I think they're starting Mando season 3 soon. They're gonna start that eventually. But the thing is, like, what was I gonna say? Oh shit. Yeah, they started working on this during the time that Clone Wars season 7 came out. Like, this was literally, like, working before they even announced any of those shows. Like, any of those shows, like Book of Boba, they were started working on this before Book of Boba, Kenobi, well, no, not Kenobi, but, Book of Boba, Mando Season 2, Acolyte, Visions, all that stuff. They started working on this before that was even announced. So, I mean, it's his show, and I feel like it's kind of disappointing. But, I mean, I guess the next seasons are going to be better, probably. But I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of like a waste of time. I feel like, if you guys have seen ADHD's video, or what his name's, ADH, I don't know exactly what his name is, but, you know, ADHD edits, and then they have the ADHD channel or whatever, right? So, he said that they should have made a show like Rise of the Empire, where it's basically literally like the exact sequel of the Clone Wars. It doesn't focus on one group of people. It focuses on the whole galaxy. You know, you have your main characters. Like, obviously in the Clone Wars, your main people were Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka, right? Obviously, you know, they're the main character. I mean, you're obviously going to follow Anakin. He's the main character of the fucking Star Wars, all of it. And then, your main villains were kind of like, eventually, Maul and Savage, and you saw a lot of Grievous and Ventress, because, you know, they focused more on them, and then, instead of, like, Palpatine or Dooku, right? And then, you saw, like, all these different planets, like Mandalore, you saw a bit of Geonosis, you saw, like, Kamino, you saw all these different planets and stuff. I mean, you see that in Bad Batch, but it didn't focus on one group of people. You saw a lot of Maul's point of view, Obi-Wan's point of view, Anakin's point of view, Yoda's point of view, the Jedi Council. Like, you saw so much, and you saw even, like, the point of view of, like, random people, like, nobodies in, like, Star Wars, like, the civilians and their thoughts of the Jedi and things like that. I feel like it was so much better than, like, what this was. And, like, I feel like he said there should be a show about Rise of Empire that would cover everything for, like, the first few years of the change to the Republic to the Empire. So you could see, like, you know, what are Palpatine and Vader doing? What's Vader doing? He's hunting some Jedi. That'd be cool. What are the Inquisitors doing? Like, maybe we could check on Bad Batch, check on Ahsoka, check on Obi-Wan, check on Yoda, you know what I'm saying? Check on Maul and his criminal underworld. It wouldn't be centered around one group of people doing lowering missions, Sid missions, and things like that. It'd be centered around, like, the whole galaxy. It wouldn't get boring, because, you know, you'd always have something new to show. And, I just feel like it's just disappointing, kind of. I wasn't really looking forward to this, but from the trailer in the first episode, I honestly thought it was going to be a lot better. But, I mean, I feel like that's what people said with the first season of Clone Wars. So, I mean, I guess this could turn out better, because that's what kind of Dave does. He starts off with filler, and I don't really like it as much. I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. It could have been better, but it's all right. I mean, I wouldn't stay up at like 3 a.m. for that anymore. But I mean, to be honest, I'm staying up till 4 usually anyway, so it doesn't change much. But here's the thing I was talking about the Mandalorian, about how they just crash on the plane and go on a mission, and this is gonna be a clip of it. It's gonna be a TikTok or a meme or whatever, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's over exaggerated, but it's kind of true, and but I still love that show. It's amazing. But you know, it still had a little too much filler for something that had like 10 episodes. But anyways, bye. I just want to clear those up because I was kind of getting annoyed by hearing all these people saying, "Oh, Omega's like actually 30 years old. She was created 20 years before clones were even ever created." You know, it doesn't make sense. I don't think she ages slower anyway either. She just ages normally. But the Bad Batch, I don't think they were one of the first clones. I think they were around the middle. So yeah, she saw them when she was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or something like that. She wasn't like 12 when she saw them or something like that. It wasn't like she remembers it because it was like a big moment in her life. So yeah, I mean, even if you're old, like, you still remember some important moments of your life when you're like young. Like, I remember things from when I was like 2, and they're just kind of random, you know. And like important things, I remember them from when I was like 4. You know what I'm saying? But see you guys, and here's that clip. So yeah, bye.
No, we can't do our mission because we're out of milk. Guess we better get some at this new planet. Hey, we just need to get some milk. We don't like Mandalorians, but we'll give you some milk if you kill the warlord monster bandit that's been using our Wi-Fi. Okay, well, here's your milk. Wait a second. Oh no, Baby Yoda drank all the milk.